Hello, happy STAMPit Tuesday. Who wants to have some fun with some Valentine's stuff? I know I do. I'm excited. I have a fun project for us. And today is the first Tuesday of the month, which means that it's Calendar Girls stamping. So all year long, we're going to be doing the very first Tuesday of the month for Calendar Girls. So Calendar Girls is a monthly stamp club by Lindsay Ostrom, and it's her darling Calendar Girl artwork on a 6" by 8" stamp that you can get monthly. So by the end of the year, you'll collect all 12 and have all of her cute Calendar Girls. So that is what we are stamping today. We are revealing the Valentine February Calendar Girl. So she is the cutest thing. So if you're part of the stamp club, it's the first of the month. So these are going to go out depending on your billing date. Some of you, they go out the beginning of the month, and some of you, they go out towards the end of the month. So it just depends on when you sign up, but this is what will be shipping this month. If you sign up the month of January, this is the stamp you will begin with. So if you haven't signed up yet, this is what you will receive for the month of February, okay? So that means if you sign up this month, you will have January Calendar Girl as your very last stamp. So that's how the club will revolve. So anyways, look how cute they are. I'm so excited to stamp them. So first we'll go through and stamp. And then we're going to go through, and I have a fun project that we're going to stamp and make and see how far we get. So again, Calendar Girl Stamp Club .com is where you go to sign up. And then there is also an add-on stamp, which is a darling 4" by 6" stamp that you can add on to your subscription that coordinates. And this one is very much like planner based, but has really fun elements. Calendar based, has cute bullet point markers, and then cute lines that you can make a to-do list. So a cute little banner in there. So I say planner, that's kind of what we were focused on when we were doing it, but it's just a great add-on.
Yeah.
So this one is, like I said, the Calendar Girl add-on. Because
a lot of the elements you could really still use for card making, looking at them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It'd be way cute.
I agree. So Calendar Girl is $26 a month?
Yep.
$26 a month, and that includes your shipping. So, hello Deborah, hi Irma, hi Dodie, hi Dawn, hi Anne. If I didn't see you, the comments aren't updating, so that's why. So, sorry. Miranda's, oh. Can you guys hear me? It says something went wrong, but
we look like we're still there.
okay.
Okay.
So we should be good. Okay, so we're going to have some fun. So let's stamp. I'm going to show you guys what all of the stamps look like. Let's do that. So Miranda, will you come tilt the camera so I can show them how cute the Calendar Girls are?
Oh, that's good.
Okay, now good tip is to use a mouse pad for your base on a nice work surface. It will help your image stamp really nicely. And look how cute that is. Okay, so you're going to want a 4" by 6" acrylic block. Do we have baby wipes upstairs?
Maybe.
Well, you go see. Or have someone check. Every time we stamp, I think, I need baby wipes. Oh, goodness. Okay, this is the cute Calendar Girl stamp. So if you haven't used clear stamps before, this is your stamp sheet. And then you need a clear block, like I said, a 4" by 6" block as your base. So this clings right on. It's a cling stamp. And then you ink it. Oh, you guys, she's so cute. And again, the illustrator on this whole club is Lindsay. So shout out to Lindsay for her cute, darling art. We've had these cute Calendar Girls out on various different products, from stitching to
Oh gosh, we have them on planners. We've had them on a whole bunch of fun things. So really, really fun. Okay, sometimes that first image doesn't quite come out great. Once you're first using it, let me try again. Make sure it's totally inked. There we go. Look how cute. Oh, you guys, hit the heart button. She's just so cute. So if you're part of the Stamp Club, this is what you get to look forward to this month. So the reason why, even though it's the month of January, the reason why we're shipping February is so that they can come to you a month in advance. So that is the purpose of us shipping them so far in advance. Okay, so here is the title, February. Oh, look how cute, guys. It looks like you just have Lindsay in your craft room. That's what I love about these clear stamps, is it just looks like Lindsay was here with you. So February. Just grab me a paper towel with some water. Okay, now what I love about the Calendar Girl stamps is all of them come with a cute month saying. So this one says, February finds friendship and love, hearts, and a little bit more love. So each of the months have one of these that coordinate with it. So they turn out really, really cute. Oh, grab some ribbon.
So you'll get all 12 stamps no matter when you start.
Yes, exactly.
We won't just make you miss out.
Nope. And we won't, so that's why I said if you start in February, then, if you sign up in the month of February, oh my gosh, if you sign up in the month of January, you receive February. So that means that your last month will be December, which you will get the January girl. So you will end with January. So you will have all 12. Oh, look how cute she is. I love the detail. Isn't the detail perfect? So good. And they're not available, these stamps aren't available outside of the club. They're only available to club members. Again, it's $26 a month. And it is, you can't cancel. It is for, you're committing to receive all 12.
Yep, you'll receive the January stamp in December, just like you're getting your February one in January. So you get 1 month ahead.
Yep. Oh my gosh, look at that heart.
That's my favorite one on this month.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
It just screams Lindsay.
That is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Holy smokes. The detail is like fantastic. Okay, you can see I'm just putting the stamps right back onto my original packaging. So you actually keep this packaging and you just peel them off and put them on to your clear block and stamp with them. So now to save time, because I want to get card making, I'm going to just put a bunch of these on here so we can see what they look like all at once. So we have all this. I have not stamped any of these, so these are just like Christmas morning. And I will tell you, using a mouse pad is like game changer. Look how cute those are. Look at that love. I can't wait to color that one. That one is so fun. To clean your stamps in between, you can use like some baby wipes. We don't have any. I'm just blotting it off with a paper towel. So they're really easy to clean. They're all made clean. They're all made in the USA. And they're a high quality photopolymer. So these are going to last you a long, long time. I love this one. This is the cute banner. It says Happy Valentine's. Right there. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? You guys, these are just so good. So, so cute. Okay. Are there any other questions, Miranda, that I'm missing?
You're good. Everyone's just watching.
Okay. All right, we're going to have some fun. Okay. What I have done, I'm going to stand probably right here behind the camera. So, then we also have, this one is not part of the club. This one is available in the link that we have. This one is her, what's it called?
Flags.
Her
Lindsay flags.
Lindsay flags. These are just great journaling spots that you can add in your planners, on your cards, on your tags, and write your own sentiments in them. So this one is not part of the club. This one is one that you can purchase outside the club. So, okay. All right. So what I've done is I have a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and I have scored it so in 3-inch increments. So I have 4 different rectangles because it's 3, 3, 3, 3. And then I scored it on the 6-inch, so at the halfway mark. And then I scored it again on the 3-inch mark right here. So I have pre-scored my cardstock, okay? Now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut off with my trimmer. And I wish I would have chosen not such a pinky red, but it is what it is, guys. I wasn't going to rescore it. So I just kind of grabbed what I saw in my box of cardstock.
I think on camera it looks a little more red than it does to us.
Does it? Yeah, it's really a pink red. Like compared to this, it's like a red. Yeah. But it's going to be fine because this is Valentine's.
Lindsay just tuned in.
Hello, Lindsay. We're all just oogling over these cute Calendar Girl stamps because they are amazing. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to just trim this little square off right here because I do not want that part. So I'm going to just trim that off with my scissors. Oh, maybe I should have used my slicer so it was a straight line. That's what I get, right? Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is these are going to become pockets right here, okay?
Oh, fun.
So I don't have a circle punch, but if I did, I would circle punch this out. You don't have to, but you could. So it's like a little, what would you call that? Like a little divot in there. So if you have a circle punch, you could do that.
Terry says the stamps are a really substantial size too.
Oh, they are. They are like such good stamps, you guys. Yeah. So like this is my hand. That's the stamp. So you're getting a lot of stamps.
This month you get 11.
That is a lot of stamps for $26, you guys. I'm looking for a pencil, but this will work. So like what I'm trying to mean is do this. I'll just do this. Like that. That will work. Round punch would have worked better, but you use what you got, huh, ladies?
Yep. Nothing wrong with getting creative.
Yeah. And like I said, you don't have to do this, but I wanted to. Okay, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape runner and I'm just going to make these into pockets. And you're just going to want, I probably should have done a smaller amount of glue, dang it, because I want my tag to be able to fit in there.
Ellen says, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
We haven't even been on yet this year, guys.
No.
This is our first
STAMPit Tuesday of the year.
Yeah.
That's right. I didn't think about that. I shouldn't have done that so big. I'm going to have a hard time fitting my tag in that one. Okay, so I'm just running adhesive right here in the middle, there, and then on the end and on the end there to make my pockets. Okay, if you wanted to, you could, before that seals, add some distressing with some chalk ink on there. And to get your edges, just run that on your edges right there. And then you have some cute pocket fronts like that. Okay.
Sharon says, happy Tuesday, ladies.
Happy Tuesday. I love it. Love tuning in for STAMPit Tuesday. Okay. All right, so there we have, you can see what the pockets look like. Now, if you, before you glue that, if you want to add paper for the backdrop of this, then you could totally do that. We have some fun papers here. So I'm just going to trim up some papers. Will you shut that down, Miranda?
Yep.
And I know that it's 6 inches and they're 3 inches, so I'm going to trim these down. So I'm going to do like 2 3/4, I think. Let's see if I like that. Oh yeah, perfect. I love that. Okay. Lindsay, how you feeling? Lindsay has been under the weather. So we're happy she's on here. Look how cute those papers are. So we did throw on a Valentine paper crafting bundle. Because we have a lot of really fun adornment papers. I'm not going to love this one with the cardstock, but look how cute it is with the kisses.
It's very cute.
It's just so cute. So I know I won't like it, so I'm just not even going to go there. If I had a brighter cardstock, I would love that. I'm going to have to keep that for another card. So what am I doing? 2 3/4.
Yep.
Okay, so who's part of the stamp club? Shout out below.
And who's getting signed up today?
Yes, who's signing up? That's like, yep, I didn't know about this. I need this in my life. You're going to love them. Okay, and I did 6 inches on those. Right here. Oh, you guys, those are so cute. Okay, some cute background papers. If you didn't know, at Adorn It, we did scrapbooking for ever and ever. So we have a great selection of scrapbook paper. That is how we met Lindsay, is from the scrapbook industry. So she is our dear friend from our scrapbooking days. The good old days, we'll call it. So I love being able to play with paper.
Really go back to your roots here.
That's right. Okay. All right, look how cute that word paper is on the back that has lips on it too. Very, very cute. Okay. I love that. If you wanted, you could distress your papers before you glue them down, but that looks cute. Okay. Now, I know that I need to refresh my glue since I made some changes on that. Look how cute. Okay, so look what I made. It's a cute little accordion tag booklet right there. Then this is where I was saying, oh, I don't know if my tags are gonna fit. I pre-cut these tags so that they would slide down in there. So I just need to trim them down a little bit. So cute. Okay, So that is going to be fun. So let's see if our cute Valentine girl is going to fit on that front cover or not. Our cute February calendar girl.
Who here is a February girl? Is that your birthday?
Yeah, shout out to whose birthday's in February. Okay, I love clear stamps because I can like look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's going to work. Oh, she's like perfect.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
Okay, well, I want to color her. So I'm going to take some white cardstock. And I'm going to stamp her on some white cardstock. I know I already stamped her out over here, but we're going to stamp her again. Just so if you're just tuning in, you can see me stamp her again. So this is called India ink. It's an Adorna ink. And the reason why we love it, and you'll see us use it all the time, is because it's made for artistic mediums, because it's more of a permanent ink. So it allows us to use our watercolors. And I'm going to give it some good pressure. And I'm stamping it on that mouse pad. And look how cute.
Perfection.
Like I said, it looks like Lindsay just came to my house and drew that for me. That's what I love about these stamps. So, okay. I won't spend too much time coloring, but I feel like we need to do some coloring. So let's grab, I need my water brushes. Will you grab them, Miranda? Okay, so what is so fun about the stamps is that these calendar girls can be any skin color. That is what I'm so excited about with these. So really you just take your colored pencils and decide what skin tone you want your cute girls to be. So I think that is just so exciting about these. You're not locked into a certain skin color. So you can really adapt these to whoever you're giving them to and make them work. So I love, love, love that. She's going to get a little bit of bronzer up here. So very, very fun. Who had a Happy New Year? Shout out. I want to hear how your Happy New Year went. We were the biggest party poopers. We did not do anything. My husband and I, it actually felt good to just like stay home and do absolutely nothing. And that's what we did. So that's what we did for New Year's. Thank you very much. Okay, and then her cute dress. I think I'm going to go with some pinks. So let me pull out. These are our Adorn It watercolor pencils that I'm using. And then our Adorn It water brush.
These stamps are club exclusives.
Yes, and it's so easy to join the club. It is it is calendargirlstampclub.com. And it's $26 a month. And this month you get, Miranda said, 11 stamps.
Chris says she spent the evening on the couch watching movies. Terry said my husband and I also stayed home in our PJs and it was awesome.
You know, sometimes it's just nice to stay home and relax.
Yeah.
Miranda, what'd you guys do?
We were in bed asleep by 9.
I love it.
We had gone and spent the day with family all day and it wore us out.
Yeah.
So we were done.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, I'm done.
Yep.
I know. My other friend, she went and didn't get home till like 2 in the morning. And I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Real party animal.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. And I just told my teenagers, wake me up when you get home. So they woke me up and I knew they were home and didn't have to wait up for them. Because those teenagers,
they can party.
Yeah. And I'm not waiting up. So. All right, you'll see I'm mixing a lot of colors. I love with my watercolors to mix colors and add a little bit more depth on some of them.
Heather said we took our kids to Jackson Hole and watched the light parade down Snow King, then fireworks after.
Yes,
Oh,
so fun. Heather, Heather has a baby that's so cute, and I'm so impressed that you guys went and had so much fun together as a family. Okay, so I'm just having fun coloring that in. I think I'm going to add in some yellow as well right here in the middle. So I think some yellow would be fun to add in there. All right, should we activate it and see what happens?
Let's do it. We'll do our before and after.
Whoops. And then we'll color that heart in a minute. Okay, so let's do that. So I have my Adorn It water brush. And then you'll want like a paper towel or something. So if you haven't used water brushes before, it replaces your cup of water and a paintbrush. It's all in one. So there's water in the funnel here of the pen. And then if you squeeze it, the water comes out. So my tip right now is wet from the water. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start in the middle with my light. And I'm going to work it outward to my darker so that it doesn't take away from that darker part of my girl and keeps those shadows and the contrast. So I have the bright in the center and then the dark on the outer edge. And then again, I'm just going to kind of start that way with my dress, and I'm going to mix those yellows and reds that I have right there and then work it towards the top right there. And I'm just blotting with my paper towel as I move along. Because I want that yellow to kind of mix in with those other colors. Like that.
Cindy sounds like she had a ton of fun with her grandsons. They did movies and treats, but then she told them that they could stay up as late as they wanted and didn't think it through because then she had to stay up with them.
I love it. That is like grandma of the year right there. I think that sounds like a blast. Good job. That sounds fun. Okay, so see, I'm just going in here now and slightly just activating that watercolor paint like that. And you can see I'm just making small movements to blend it a tiny bit, but not blend it too much. Like that. I want to blend that a little bit more right there. So there's her cute dress.
And look, none of that ink smeared.
Yeah, the black did not smear at all. Now the reason I want to show you why I made those small movements. So right here, if I do some red and some pink and then say some yellow and then some more pink. If you make big movements like this, it mixes it all together. Can you see that? So if I were to take and like go like this all the way across her dress, it would have mixed all those colors together and you wouldn't have those spots of color anymore because it would mix it all together as one color. Okay, so that's why I showed you how I started it with the light and then moved towards the dark so that it can still have its colors together and give it some fun pop of contrast. Okay, so again, I'm gonna do the same with her face. I'm going to start here where I did it the lightest and then move outward to the edges where I put that darker color down to give her a little bit of a bronzed look and just make very small wiggly motions like that. So enough to mix it, but not to, like my mom says, make it muddy.
Melts your colors together instead of mixing them. You don't have your harsh pencil lines anymore.
Yeah. And you can just do that. Okay, if you want to give her a little bit of blush, her face is still a little bit wet and glossy, so I can actually just take my pencil and put my brush on it. and then just kind of lightly tap. And since there's water on my page still, it's wet and glossy, I can just add a little bit of blush.
Because you wouldn't want to put your pencil on that wet paper.
Yeah, it would tear it if you took and just like tried rubbing it while it was wet, it would tear it. So that's why we did that. Was that an earthquake?
I was going to say, we've had a ton of earthquakes here lately, and that one was...
That was definitely a tremor. Yeah, we've had earthquakes all morning, you guys.
And all yesterday.
Yeah.
What a weird...
Yeah, that was definitely a tremor.
That's the first one I've noticed.
That we felt. Okay. All right, so now we need to do her cute shoes and that cute heart. Oh, she's so cute, you guys. I'm going to take, and up here in her hair, those hearts are such tiny detail. I'm just going to take and add a little bit of color onto my brush right here and add the color in there. And then I'm going to take, and I want the other daisies in there to be a little bit yellow. So I'm just going to take and add some yellow.
Terry says,
right
ooh, I like that technique of using the brush on the pencil.
Yes, I love it. It makes it a very saturated color when you do it that way. So you just have to make sure you let your pencil dry before you try using it again that way. So, and then I think I want her to be brunette. So I think I'm just going to take and add a little bit of brown in here. Oh, she is so cute. Isn't she? Wow, so cute.
Valerie says she's adorable. Chris said she is darling. Yep, cute as can be.
I'm just activating that. You can color your entire thing and then go back and activate all your color at one time. There's not a right or wrong, so it's totally up to you, however you want to do it.
Pat says, what brand of pencils do you use?
They're the best. They're ours. I will show you, and we have them in stock. We were out of stock for quite a while, and they are back. So, Miranda, I'm going to color that heart. You go ahead and show them how.
Perfect.
And then we have the ultimate coloring bundle, too, that has it all.
Yes. Okay, these are our watercolor pencils. Let me grab them. So if we flip them over here, you can see you've got a great array of colors. Do you remember how many are in this pack?
36?
I don't. That sounds right. So you've got your grays, your blues. Really, between this pack and your water brushes, you could make any color you need.
Yeah, you can.
How gorgeous. So those are in the Shop More link underneath where you have the option to subscribe.
And you have to get the water brushes.
Yep. You definitely need the water brushes with them.
Okay. All right, now if you want to add a shadow, I love this technique. I do it all the time. So if you're a regular around here, you've seen it. But I love using my gray watercolor pencil. And you maybe saw I just scribbled over here because this is a newer pencil. You don't want to use a brand new out-of-the-box sharp pencil. So you want to kind of dull your edges a little bit. So I was just kind of scratching that down a little bit. And then what you can do is you can just go through and on the bottom of your image where you want a shadow, you can just go through and add a little bit of gray underneath to create a little bit of a shadow. And it will just give it a little bit more dimension. I love it so much. So then you just add that little bit of gray and then go in with your water brush and make it a really light gray by really kind of blending it out like that. So if your pencil's not sharp, like how I kind of dulled it, it will help it so you don't have stark lines when you first start using your pencils. So that's an important tip for a brand new set of pencils. And then you can see I'm just really kind of working that out. So it's a very, very subtle light gray. Barely can tell that it's there. Okay, isn't that fun? What do you guys think?
Super fun. It looks like we are glitching a little.
We'll hold it here just for a second. Are we frozen? Maybe turn off the Wi-Fi. Okay, we're trying to reconnect. There we go. Okay, sorry we glitched for a minute.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, so I added the shadow. I don't quite know where it cut out, but I added the shadow underneath. And now my cute little girl is done.
Brenda asked a really good question.
Okay.
Do you have to use watercolor paper?
No, this is just a heavyweight cardstock paper. So you want to make sure that it's a nice thick cardstock. And you can see how well it handled it. You don't use a ton of water. Like a little tiny bit goes a long way. So that's another very important tip, is a little bit of water goes a long way.
You shouldn't have to refill your brush for every single project.
Yeah. Guys, she is so cute. Good job, Lindsay.
Well done, well done. Valerie says, I learned so many tips. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love to give tips.
And we're here every Tuesday.
Yes, for STAMPit Tuesday. Okay, so here she's going to be the front of my cute little card. I could totally trim it down a little bit more on the edges.
Chris says, I love to watch you color. I always learn something.
Oh, thank you. I just always feel like I don't really give many tips compared to Lindsay and my mom, so.
Lindsay just said, I woke up and I'm here, alive. What you making?
Oh, Lindsay, we're glad that you're here. Okay, so there is our cute girl. Now I want to matte her with just a tiny bit of pink. So I'm going to take this cute Adorn It pink color and I'm going to glue her on to that. So I'm just going to matte her. So she's just going to barely have a tiny bit of pink showing through.
A little something.
Mm-hmm. Just enough to pop it.
Lindsay said, she's so cute.
She is so cute. I always tend to slice a little bit bigger, guys, so that if I mess up, then that's okay. So now I'm going to go back and I'm just going to refine where I'm going to trim. So that's always, you know, you can go bigger, but you can't. You can go smaller, but you can't go bigger. So that's why I always just kind of err in the side of caution. So there we have her. So that is darling now. I love that I matted that.
Yeah.
Very, very cute. Okay, now if you want, you can distress the edges. Where'd my chalk bean go?
Oh.
I'm the world's messiest crafter.
It was
right here. I used it. Because I used it to cut out my pockets.
You used it to trace.
And I...
Is that under... Is it this one?
Yes, thank you. I didn't see it. Okay. So now if you want to chalk the edges, you can.
Lindsay said, you may have said it already, but when does the February girl ship?
Okay, so it depends on the billing date, but a lot of them that have been charged will start shipping this week. So we have 2 ship dates depending on your shipping, or excuse me, your billing. So some ship out the very beginning of the month and some ship the end of the month. So it really just depends on the billing date. So the first batch will be going out this week. Okay, I'm just going to glue her on now. And glue her to the front of my cute little tag book. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so now you guys can have some fun with this. So you can add more doodads. We can add more stamps. Like I am in love with this cute banner stamp that's part of the add-ons. Every add-on has a banner stamp that Lindsay has drawn for this particular stamp. So I'm going to take that. And I think I'll just use some black ink.
What's the website to subscribe again, George?
It is calendargirlstampclub.com.
Cute. That was like perfect right there.
Yeah, super cute. Okay, and then I love this cute little stamp right here. It says Valentine's Day. You could just like tuck that in there. I love clear stamps because you can see exactly where you're stamping. Really fun. Okay, now I have my tags. So this is where you can just keep on going and having fun. I'm going to trim them down a little bit because they're taller than my book, which honestly, if you want to keep them taller, it's really cute. And then you can add your ribbons and stuff coming out. So if you wanted to make them tall like that, you totally could. I don't know. What do you vote, Miranda?
I think if we're going to add ribbon on the top, I like them tall.
Okay, so we'll keep them tall. So I have my 3 tags. And remember, I messed up on that first one. My glue came in a little bit too much. So when you're making your pockets, make sure you just add a little bit of glue for your tags, depending on what tag size you make yours. So mine are like 2 3/4. So there I have my cute little tags. Okay. Now I think one of them needs the other cute Valentine girl that's on the Valentine stamp. So you can see as I stamp, I put them immediately right back on to my original packaging. Because that's the other awesome thing about clear stamps compared to the old wood mounted stamps. These take up so much less storage space. They're
yeah, I was
so
just
cool.
flipping through our stamp collection upstairs, and we have got tons. And they're just in a little binder.
Yeah, they're so amazing. Okay, so now you kind of need to put in your tag and be like, okay, where do I want your images? Because if you wanted her, she's barely going to peek out at the bottom of the stamp. So just decide where you want your stamps and where you want your tags. You know, kind of decide what your purpose of your stamps are.
Tina says, do you clean the stamps? And if so, with what?
So we just use like a baby wipe to clean them off. It's very normal for a clear stamp to stain some color. So for instance, you can see ours stay black once we've used them with this India ink. But if I clean it off and then use it with a different color, then it's not going to transfer the color that is stained on your ink, on your stamp, if that makes sense. So for instance, I used this cute love earlier, right? So now if I want to use, where's those other ink pads?
They're right behind your colored pencils.
I don't know what color this is. Pink, cute. So you can see my stamp is dyed that black. But when I go and stamp on here, I use the pink ink pad. There's absolutely no black that transfers.
It's just your beautiful pink.
Yep. So, very fun. So I'm going to put her there. And then, what else do I want to use? Oh, I think we got to use the saying.
Oh, cute.
So you can see I just wiped it off. If they start to lose their cling after you use them quite a few times, you just have to put them in some lukewarm water with some Dawn dish soap and then let them air dry, and it will immediately restore the cling. So I'm assuming this one's red. So, and these are so cute. You could write messages on them. It can be a cute little interactive love note. Oh, you guys. So cute, right?
It's like perfect.
So fun. So, you know, just keep stamping to your heart's content.
That's our new sign off for STAMPit Tuesday.
Yep, just
keep stamping.
Okay, we can't forget Miranda's favorite.
Yes.
The heart. Because it's amazing.
I just can't believe how much detail is in that tiny little heart.
I know. It's so pretty. I think it needs to go right there.
Love it.
Okay, so we're just going to take and ink that up. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. Perfection. Hit the heart button, ladies. These stamps are to die for. So cute. Okay. All right, now let's add some trim on these. Okay, so we have put together a fun Valentine paper crafting kit that comes with a bunch of the papers. Okay, so we have that linked. And then we have some fun embellishments that we've added into that kit with some fun trims. So I'm going to take and I'm just going to add some fun trim on this. I would also, just because of the sake of time, it's already 3. I'm going to just do things quickly. So again, add as much trim as you want. But something that I love is a mini, hold on. That would be so cute with some rickrack too. I love a mini stapler, you guys. And I'm not even going to have that, I want to see my hole right there. So I'm going to just take and I hope this is loaded. Oh, it is. Use a mini stapler. So we sell these really fun Heidi Swap mini staplers. They're like the most adorable mini size. And they're so cute. And so even if you wanted to use this instead of glue, it'd be really cute.
I love that.
Yeah. And we also have refill packs that are a bright pink and a black. So we only have a few of those. We have more of the staplers, but we have the pink and the black. So if you don't have a mini stapler, they are really, really fun to use. And I'm going to add a little peek. I love that word ribbon. Oh, actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, I say I'm almost done, and then here I go. How cute would it be to do...
The Valentine paper craft kit is in the Buy It Live link.
Okay, so this is from the flag stamp. So this is not part of the club, so you guys can all purchase this from the link, the Shop Now link. So I did that cute little floral, the Lindsay floral circle. And then this add-on stamp has the cutest tiny love right there. If you're not part of this add-on club, we have it linked so you can snag these.
And the stapler, all of these fun things that we're showing.
I'm going to add that cute little love.
Fun.
Okay. And then I'm just going to cut this out. Will you get me a pop dot out of the bag? I'm just going to cut that out. And I think that will be so cute right there. Where's my chalk ink? Thank you. Again, losing things. Right here. So I'm just going to ink that. Like that. And then she was finding me some pop dots, but let me look in my bag. I had them out. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of dimension, and I'm going to take and add pop dots on that. Like that. Before I add that, I'm going to take a little bit of rickrack and I'm going to take a little bit of, what else do I want? Maybe this pink one. So I'm going to take a little sliver of those. And I'm just going to staple that. Maybe I'm going to make them a little shorter. Add those on, and then I'm going to use my mini stapler. It doesn't quite fit in that far, dang it. I'll just staple them right here on the edge. And staple that on. And then I'm going to put my cute little love right there. So that she has a little bit of dimension on there. Cute. Like that.
Awesome.
Okay. So you can just keep on adding to this, you guys. Keep having fun with it. And then I think that it needs this giant XO ribbon to close it up.
The flag stamp is not part of the monthly club.
Yep, it is an add-on. So the flag stamp is separate. So you will need to purchase that on its own. And I don't remember the price on it, but it is
24.
linked. Okay. So look how cute XO ribbon is. So then you can just take that off to open it, but at least it would close it. Or you could use a smaller ribbon if you don't like the big one. And then, like I said, so add trim on the top of all those tags. So that the trim sits and hangs out the top. I love when you have a bunch of ribbon at the top of something. I love that. So very, very fun. And then you could take some of these cute metal accents and the dimensional hearts and add them on and around. Look how cute this little love paper clip is.
And those little add-ons that you're showing are part of that Valentine paper craft kit.
Okay, so these are the Valentine paper craft kit. It's a great price. Look how cute that would be, just tucked in like right here. And how cute it would be to tie some ribbon on it. I mean, I could just keep going, ladies. I better stop. I better get a control of myself. But that is a really fun, interactive tag holder made with Lindsay's Calendar Girl stamps. So,
I'll come back around. I hope you guys had fun today. for STAMPit Tuesday, again, put on your calendar, every Tuesday, we have STAMPit Tuesday. But the first Tuesday of every month will be dedicated to Calendar Girls. So we can reveal the next stamp. So today we're revealing the February stamp and show you something fun that you can make with it. So that is where you can join us every Tuesday for the reveal of the next month stamp. Okay?
Perfect.
All right, so again, to sign up, you go to calendargirlstampclub.com. It is a monthly club, so the day you sign up begins your billing date. Okay? It's $26 a month. You get a 6" by 8" clear stamp. So you saw me use all those darling stamps. The amount of stamps every month varies, but you'll get a lot of stamps. And they're always going to have one large calendar girl. It's always going to have a monthly saying, and it's always going to have the cute little, I'm going to call it like a poem, the cute little monthly poem that Lindsay has. And then lots of embellishments or add-on items inside of that coordinate. Okay, so calendargirlstampclub.com is where you go to get that. Then it will unlock a second offer that will say, do you want to be part of the Calendar Girl add-on stamp club, which is an additional $15. That's a 4" by 6" stamp. So you saw me using that one as well. So it is a coordinating stamp that goes to the Calendar Girl stamp. Okay. So that is the stamp club. It bills every 30 days. And so if you start this month, January, then that means we're going to ship you February, which means you will end in December for your 12 months, and your last stamp will be January. Okay, so within the year, you will receive all 12 Lindsay Calendar Girls. It's a club that you're committing to, so we don't accept cancellations for this because you're going to need all 12. It's a set. You need all 12 months. So that is how that will come. It includes the shipping. So for any of you guys want to add on the flag stamp, that is the other link that says shop here. That is our shopping cart. So you can go and add your flag stamp. You can add the paper crafting kit that I was using to make all the cute little add-on items. We have our India ink pad there. We have our water brushes. We have our watercolor pencils. All that in the shop link. Okay? So hopefully that
covers all our bases.
Yeah, any other questions?
We're good.
Okay, you guys. Well, thanks for joining me today so I could show you our darling February Calendar Girl. I hope you had as much fun as me, and you can start watching your mailbox for this cute stamp to start shipping. Thanks for joining.